Hello, and I'm so happy to be a part of this collaboration with Johnson & Wales and Classroom Central. My name is Chef Genny Komar. I am a chef instructor here at Johnson & Wales Charlotte, and I am also a registered dietitian. So that means that I talk all things food and nutrition to hopefully help you make some better changes in your diet and your lifestyle to improve things that maybe aren't doing so well. Today I'm going to talk to you today about the proper hydration, or how to include better tasting hydration into your everyday lifestyle. And especially now that we have some warmer weathers during the summer and everybody's gearing up for back to school, athletics, and all the different activities that we'll be doing at school, it's a great time to start thinking about how to make some yummy and tasty hydration formulas for yourself, instead of having to go out, purchase these ingredients, especially those very expensive sports drinks that maybe not everybody has the time or the ability to do so. But with some great easy tips for items that you should have around the house, I'm going to give you some great options for different flavored beverages that can also aid in hydration. So the main question I want to attack right now is, why is hydration important, right? So we know that our body is made up of over half water, and we use it in so many different things: growing our nails, our skin, our hair, digestion, as well as moving and playing sports. And it's important to replace what we lose. And one of the easiest ways to lose some of our hydration is through sweating. And especially now that we have some very high temperatures, or we're playing sports, maybe multiple sports in the day, we need to be aware of how to replace those appropriately. So not only is water important, but we also want to think about these lovely things called electrolytes. Electrolytes are the conductors of neural signaling in our nerves, our muscles, so it helps us move and maybe run faster, jump higher, or just easily facilitates how we move throughout the day. Some of the most common electrolytes that you'll be consuming will be sodium, chloride, magnesium, potassium, and phosphorus. Now, we may not know where in our diet we can actually consume those, but they're everywhere in all of our fresh fruits and vegetables. Like strawberries, they have a great amount of potassium, and in most of our food we consume, we add salt to it, table salt or kosher salt, and those are great sources of sodium and chloride. Also, consuming milk gives you a great source of calcium. So today I'm going to show you some easy recipes to make some wonderfully flavored drinks that not only help with hydration, but also bring back some of those electrolytes that you might be missing, especially after sweating from some extensive work or exercise. So the first recipe I'm going to make for you today is going to be our strawberry lemonade drink. So all you need is a blender, or even a small little handheld magic bullet smoothie maker. All you need to add is coconut water. If you have regular water from the faucet, that works just fine. I would just substitute that coconut water for regular water. I'm going to add the rest of that in just a moment. I don't want it to overflow. Add my strawberries, again, that great source of that potassium right there. You can also use any fresh fruit that you have in the house. Strawberries, like I said, are great sources of potassium, but say you have oranges or maybe cherries, they are also great sources of flavor, but other phytochemicals and other nutrients that you can get in your diet. So don't be limited by the fact that strawberries might not be in season or that you might not have them. So all of it goes into our mixer, and last I'm going to add a little bit of honey. You can also substitute white sugar for honey, the same amount, 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to do 1. Now the goal of this sports drink is not to be super sweet. because especially after exercise, when you're replacing that hydration, if you have a large amount of that sugar in there, it moves the hydration through your body fast and exits faster. So we want to make sure that it gets to where it needs to go in the body to bring that hydration and that water to do the particular types of movement, chemical reactions, or other instances that water is a wonderful source in the body. All of that together. I'm going to blend it. I would start it on low so that way it doesn't blow up in front of your face. Cover and hold the lid down so it doesn't also come off. Now, depending on how you like your beverage, I would recommend, if you like little bits and pieces of the strawberry to be in there, blend it for only a short period of time. If you like it to be a lot smoother and with less pieces in it, blend it for however long you would like. And that's our strawberry lemonade drink there. Pour it into one of our cups so you can kind of see what it looks like. This is also just a wonderful drink to have with meals, as well as taking in maybe a hydration container or a water bottle to school. Nice and fresh drink that can help aid in that hydration any part of the day. Next, we're going to go and make a very easy and recognizable flavor profile that you might have. All of us are very familiar with some of the sports drinks and the lemon-lime flavor. So I'm making one of those traditional sport drink flavors that you may already know and like. I added our water, our coconut water, and I just want to mention, the reason why I'm using coconut water is because it's a high source of potassium and magnesium. So again, remembering those electrolytes that we need to add to our body to help move our muscles and do all of those wonderful chemical reactions, it's naturally inside of that coconut water. Add the lemon juice and lime. And about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can use white sugar or brown sugar. Mix it up. And I would mix until all of that sugar and salt is dissolved so you don't feel it when you drink it, because sometimes it's not an enjoyable taste or flavor. And that's our traditional sports drink in that lemon-lime flavor. If you wanted to add any other fruit, just like we did with the strawberry lemonade, you could add a couple strawberries there, blend it right up, and then it's easy to go. And then the last option, besides just having a lovely drink that you could bring with you everywhere, sometimes on really hot days, drinking a beverage is just too much. So I'm going to show you how to make some homemade popsicles. I'm going to take some fresh cut watermelon here, just about 1 pound, in our blender again. A little bit of lemon or lime juice. I chose lime because I like that combination, because you want a little bit of that acid. Coconut water again, our best friend, with that potassium and magnesium inside of it. You could also leave the coconut water out. It would be a little bit tighter and not as runny with it in there. And so it might be a little bit more slushier when you freeze it. And then a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna put that on our blender here, very quick to blend that up. You can use watermelon, and if that's out of season, whenever you decide to make this, with whichever fruit that you decide to make it with, you can still use 1 pound of that fruit. So maybe strawberries or some lovely blueberries, or you can mix and match and do 1/2 pound of this, 1/2 pound of that. Be creative and have some fun with it. Also, in any of these recipes, you could use any frozen vegetables too, or frozen fruit and vegetables if you wanted to mix it up. If there's some sourcing issues or you can't find it in the supermarket, frozen works just as fine. I have these lovely little push pop silicone makers. You can use an ice cube tray if you want to make ice cubes from them. You can also use a traditional little popsicle tray and put in the sticks. Or you can still, again, drink it just like a beverage if you really wanted to. But making that icy is just a new, different and fun option for including a different way of hydrating into your diet. I put these inside of a tall circle container so that way they're not falling all over. I don't have to hold them one by one. It makes things a little bit easier for me. And then I'm just gonna pour them not all the way to the top, but maybe about a ½ inch from the top. And a little bit of work ahead of time will help you out. This will make over 24 little pops, like this size. Maybe if you decide to make them into popsicles, a little bit less. Ice cubes, several trays it would make. But I would make this the night before so it freezes properly, and then that way, once you're home from your activities from the day, from sports or being at the gym, then it's a nice frozen popsicle treat for yourself when you come home. Take those lids, put them on nice and tight, and like I said, pop them in the freezer. It's gonna be at least 5 to 8 hours till they're fully frozen. And if you can't wait and you like a little bit of a slushy pop, go right ahead, as long as it's to your liking and how you enjoy it. I want to thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to share some of these great recipes with you, some tips and tricks on how to stay hydrated and to utilize some fresh ingredients in making some homemade beverages that are not just flavorless water, but have some great nutrients as well as those electrolytes to help when you sweat too much and to replace. Thank you so much.